guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be talking about anxiety. So that is my specialty. I specialize in anxiety and depression. Again, I'm a psychotherapist in Texas, and the majority of my patients that I see in my practice have some sort of anxiety. And so that being my specialty, that's one of the reasons why people get referred to me. And so I wanted to kind of talk about anxiety. There's a lot of people that come in and they're doing a lot better, but their anxiety is still not completely gone. And so I always make sure and I tell patients that anxiety will not go away completely. Anxiety is a normal emotion, just like sadness and happiness and other emotions that we have. It's a normal emotion. And so as long as we have a normal level of anxiety, that's fine. Anxiety is not going to completely go away. And so having a little bit of anxiety is actually good for you. A lot of times anxiety is what keeps us from doing things that we shouldn't be doing. It keeps us from putting your hand in the socket when you're little. It keeps us from going into a lion's den. And so anxiety keeps us from doing stuff. It kind of protects us. Not only does it kind of protect us, but it also gets us to do stuff to protect ourselves. So let's say you're really, really anxious about a test, and you're kind of, thinking you're not going to pass. And so because you're so anxious, it motivates you to study. And so anxiety is a normal emotion again, and having a little bit of anxiety is normal. It's what we feel when we go on a first date with someone we really like. We are going to feel anxious. It's the butterflies in your stomach. And so having that anxiety is normal. And so always remember that anxiety is not going to completely go away ever, and you don't want it to. So with that being said, having abnormal anxiety where it's preventing you from going out, it's preventing you from doing things, it's preventing you from leaving your house or driving, that type of anxiety is not good for you. It's not normal. It keeps you from doing things. So we don't want that. So when you do have that type of anxiety, usually I tell people to go to their medical doctors before. Go to your medical doctor to get a full physical. And the reason is because a lot of times there are medical illnesses that can make us feel anxious. So one thing I always advise my patients to do is to get a full physical. For women, a lot of times and for men too, and when our hormones are off balance, we can get symptoms of anxiety. We can get anxiety that causes a lot of anxiety. When our thyroid isn't working properly, we can also get anxiety. So that's the reason why I like patients to go and get a full physical. We want to rule out any medical conditions, anything that's medically wrong with you, because if it is medically, then you might need something, might need hormone replacement, or you might need a thyroid medication, something to fix that. And a lot of times I remember having this young 15-year-old, 16-year-old. He was super, super anxious. He had never been anxious in his life, and it just started, and it was horrible. And so he was doing better, but not quite as good as my other patients. And so I asked him to go get his hormones checked, and sure enough, he was not producing a certain hormone. And so as soon as he got that hormone therapy, within a day, his anxiety had gone away. So that's very, very important for you to do, for us to have that looked at. And so what can we do to minimize stress and anxiety? One of the easiest things for anxiety is positive self-talk. And it's so easy to do, and it's so simple, and you don't need to pay for that. Positive self-talk. A lot of times when we're very anxious, when we're anxious people, we start thinking what we call we start having irrational thoughts, like, oh my goodness, what if this, what if that, what if I die when I'm driving because I get so anxious? What if the plane crashes when I'm flying to Denver or California? Or so we start having these irrational thoughts, and a lot of times those thoughts is what keeps us from getting better, and it's what makes us feel anxious. So a lot of times when we have anxiety, we wake up and we're already thinking about anxiety. We're already thinking, what if I have a panic attack? What if I have severe anxiety today? And so those type of thoughts, putting it in your head, putting anxiety in your head in the morning will make you get anxious. You're already putting it in your head that you're going to get anxious, and you're fearing anxiety. One of the easiest things to do also, and the most important thing in the beginning, is I tell patients, do not fear anxiety. Anxiety, is not gonna kill you. It's not going to kill you. Yes, it's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. You might think like you're going to die. Sometimes we feel like we're having a heart attack. And so it does feel horrible, but nothing can happen to you. You are not going to die. Nothing is going to happen to you. Think about it. How long do panic attacks or anxiety last? Anxiety can linger around, but a panic attack, a full-blown panic attack, usually the longest is maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Usually most of the people have a 5-minute panic attack. So, and does anything really bad happen to you? Yes, I don't want to minimize how horrible it feels, but does anything happen to you? Do you die? You don't. And so the more we put it in our heads, the more we fear anxiety, the more it happens. So stop fearing anxiety, practice positive self-talk, and the more you do it, the more you start believing it, the more you start believing that you're going to get better. Believe in yourself. Believe in the positive self-talk. I guarantee you it works. It's not going to work the first day or the second day or the third day, but it will eventually work. You have to tell yourself every single day that you're going to be okay, and that anxiety is not going to control your life. And so anxiety is very easy to treat with medication. You can get Xanax and you treat it, and you treat the symptoms, and within 5-10 minutes, you're fine. You're relaxed, you're not thinking, but is it actually helping? Is it actually fixing the anxiety? Probably not. It's only helping the symptoms. So it's easy to treat without medication. It's easy to treat with medication, but it's also easy to treat without medication. So it's probably the easiest thing to treat, as long as there's no underlying medical conditions or anything that's causing the anxiety. It's super easy to treat with just positive self-talk, positive rational thoughts. And so do those things. Another thing is meditation, learning how to relax, learning how to breathe. That helps you with your panic attacks. And so I will create a video later on, maybe next week I'll upload it, practicing deep breathing and guided imagery and meditation. So if you're interested in that, check out my next video, or my video coming next week, to help you and teach you how to do those techniques. But don't fear anxiety, positive self-talk, and I guarantee you're not going to need any type of antidepressant or anti-anxiety medication, or antidepressant. They sometimes work with anxiety too, but do that, and I guarantee you it will eventually start working. Check out my next video for the breathing and the guided imagery and the meditation. We'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed. watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We'll see you next time.